In the bustling streets of 10th century Bokhara, a young boy named Avicenna, or Ibn Sina as he was also known, would often be found with his nose buried in a book. Born in 980 AD, his prodigious talent for learning became evident at an early age. Raised in a family that valued education, Avicenna was immersed in the study of the Quran, literature, and later medicine. His intellectual curiosity knew no bounds and led him to master a wide array of disciplines, from metaphysics to pharmacology, from logic to astronomy. By the age of 18, Avicenna had become a physician, treating the emir of Bokhara and earning access to the royal library, a treasure trove of knowledge that would further fuel his insatiable quest for learning. His medical texts, most notably the Canon of Medicine, eventually became the cornerstone of medical education in both the Islamic world and Europe for centuries to come. Avicenna's life wasn't without its challenges. He lived through political upheavals and personal adversities. He was imprisoned and exiled, yet these trials only seemed to hone his philosophical and scientific acumen. His ability to synthesize knowledge from various fields earned him the title of the Prince of Physicians. One notable incident in his life was his encounter with the puzzles of Aristotle's metaphysics, which baffled him until he found a commentary by Al-Farabi, further igniting his passion for philosophy. Avicenna's contributions went beyond medicine. He was also a prolific writer with works spanning multiple genres including poetry and music theory. His encyclopedic mind and relentless pursuit of knowledge left an indelible mark on the world, establishing him as one of history's greatest polymaths. His legacy continues to inspire scholars, physicians, and philosophers to this day, a testament to the enduring power of intellectual curiosity and resilience. The story of Ibn Sina serves as a brilliant example of how the thirst for knowledge and the will to overcome adversity can lead to extraordinary achievements.
Personal development and reading are two parallel paths that often intertwine, lifting individuals towards a more knowledgeable and rounded version of themselves. At its core, personal development is the conscious pursuit of personal growth by expanding self-awareness and knowledge, improving personal skills, and developing talents. Reading, on the other hand, is a tool and a catalyst in this endeavor. Through books, articles, and other written material, individuals expose themselves to new ideas, cultures, histories, and philosophies that often challenge existing paradigms and foster mental and emotional growth. Reading can improve cognitive functions, enhance vocabulary, and open up new perspectives that contribute to well-rounded personal development. Furthermore, the practice of reading regularly hones concentration and discipline, skills that are invaluable in all areas of personal growth. Whether one is reading fiction, nonfiction, science texts, or literary classics, each genre offers unique benefits that contribute to a person's development. For instance, fiction can enhance empathy and understanding of complex human emotions, while nonfiction can provide practical knowledge and skills applicable to real-life situations. Science texts broaden understanding of the universe and stimulate analytical thinking. Literary classics often offer deep insights into the human condition and societal structures. The real magic of reading in personal development lies in its ability to connect individuals with the collective wisdom of humanity, providing a reservoir of knowledge that one can draw upon throughout life's journey. It's a lifelong process where personal development and reading feed into each other, creating a virtuous cycle. For anyone committed to self-improvement, making time for reading is a non-negotiable part of the process. It opens doors to new opportunities, fosters a deeper understanding of oneself and the world, and equips one with the tools to navigate life's challenges with wisdom and resilience. Therefore, integrating regular reading into one's personal development plan is not just beneficial, but essential.
Effective time management is crucial for achieving both personal and professional goals. It involves consciously planning and controlling how much time to spend on specific activities to maximize efficiency and productivity. Here are some essential strategies to manage your time effectively. First, prioritize your tasks. Start by listing all the tasks you need to complete and categorize them based on their importance and urgency. Use tools like the Eisenhower matrix to help you determine which tasks carry the highest priority. Second, set specific goals. Clear, achievable goals can guide your time management efforts. Use the SMART criteria to set goals that are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Third, create a schedule. A well-structured schedule can help you allocate specific time blocks to each task. Using planners or digital calendar tools allows you to visualize your commitments and ensure you have enough time for each activity. Fourth, eliminate distractions. Identify and remove the common sources of interruptions in your environment. This might include putting your phone on silent, creating a designated workspace, or using apps to block distracting websites. Fifth, take breaks appropriately. Regular breaks are essential to maintain focus and prevent burnout. Techniques like the Pomodoro technique, which involves working in short, focused intervals followed by a break, can be very effective. 6. Develop the ability to say no. Overcommitting can lead to stress and reduce the quality of your work. Learn to assess your current commitments and decline additional tasks when necessary. Lastly, review and reflect on your time management. Regularly reviewing how you spend your time helps you identify areas for improvement and adjust your strategies accordingly. By implementing these techniques, you can improve your productivity and achieve a better work-life balance. Effective time management is a continuous process that requires practice and commitment, but the benefits it offers make it a valuable skill to master. In the 13th century, the Mongol Empire was expanding its territory at an unprecedented rate, and their invincible reputation struck fear across civilizations. Meanwhile, in the heart of the Muslim world, a young Mamluk commander named Saif al-Din Qutuz rose to prominence. Qutuz was not just a military leader. He was a symbol of resistance against the seemingly unstoppable Mongol tide. His determination, strategic acumen, and belief in the power of unity set the stage for an epic confrontation. Raised as a slave soldier, Qutuz ascended through the ranks due to his exceptional skills and leadership qualities. By 1260, he found himself at the helm of the Mamluk Sultanate, ready to face the Mongol threat head-on. The Mongols, having conquered much of Central Asia and the Middle East, set their sights on Egypt. Their armies, led by formidable generals, seemed poised for another easy victory. However, Qutuz had other plans. Understanding the importance of a united front, he sought alliances with neighboring Muslim states and began preparing his forces for the inevitable clash. The moment of reckoning came at the Battle of Ain Jalut in September 1260. The Mongol army, disciplined and fierce, met the Mamluk forces in what would become a defining battle in world history. Qutuz's tactical genius was on full display. He employed a combination of guerrilla tactics, hit-and-run attacks, and feigned retreats to outmaneuver the Mongols. His leadership inspired his men to fight with unparalleled bravery and tenacity. The tide of the battle turned when Qutuz personally led a decisive charge against the Mongol lines, cutting through their ranks and sowing confusion among their troops. The Mongols, unaccustomed to such fervent resistance, began to falter. The Mamluks pressed their advantage, and by the day's end, the seemingly invincible Mongol horde was in full retreat. The victory at Ain Jalut did more than just secure Egypt. It marked the first significant defeat of the Mongols and effectively halted their westward expansion. Saif al-Din Qutuz's leadership and bravery became legendary, his name forever etched in history as the man who turned the tide against one of the most feared empires the world had ever known.
Maintaining health and fitness is crucial for men of all ages. It requires a balanced combination of diet, exercise, and proper rest. A nutritious diet should include a variety of fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains. Limiting processed foods and sugars can also have significant benefits. Regular exercise is fundamental, and it should include both cardiovascular activities like running or swimming and strength training exercises to build muscle mass and maintain bone density. Staying hydrated by drinking plenty of water throughout the day is essential. Additionally, adequate rest and sleep are vital for recovery and overall well-being. Men should also consider regular checkups with healthcare providers to monitor vital health indicators and detect any potential issues early. By maintaining a balanced and proactive approach to health and fitness, men can achieve a higher quality of life and longevity.
The Islamic civilization, spanning from the 7th century onward, is known for its significant contributions to various fields of knowledge and culture. Originating in the Arabian Peninsula, it quickly expanded through vast regions including the Middle East, North Africa, parts of Europe, and Asia. The civilization thrived under various caliphates and empires such as the Umayyads, Abbasids, and Ottomans, fostering a golden age of science, philosophy, medicine, and arts. Scholars in the Islamic world made groundbreaking advancements in mathematics, geometry, and astronomy, many of which formed the foundation for modern sciences. The translation of Greek, Persian, and Indian texts into Arabic preserved and enhanced ancient knowledge, creating a rich tapestry of intellectual interchanges. In medicine, figures such as Al-Razi and Ibn Sina, Avicenna, wrote comprehensive medical encyclopedias that remained authoritative for centuries. Architectural feats of the Islamic civilization, such as the Alhambra in Spain and the Blue Mosque in Istanbul, showcase their sophisticated aesthetic sensibilities and engineering prowess. The civilization's legacy endures in today's legal, educational, and cultural institutions, reflecting a deep reverence for knowledge and communal welfare. There was once a wise sage named Akram, who lived atop a serene mountain, surrounded by lush forests and babbling brooks. One day, a young boy named Karim embarked on a journey to seek Akram's wisdom. Karim had heard tales of the sage's profound insights and believed that Akram held the key to his future success. After a strenuous hike, Karim finally reached the sage's humble abode. Exhausted but eager, he knocked on the wooden door. Akram opened the door with a warm smile and welcomed the young boy inside. They sat down by the fireplace, and Karim wasted no time in expressing his desire to learn the secrets of success. Akram listened patiently and then said, "Before I share any wisdom, tell me what you believe success means." Karim thought for a moment and replied, "Success means having a lot of money, fame, and power." Akram smiled knowingly and said, "Let me tell you a story." He began, "Once, there was a young tree in the forest, eager to grow tall and strong. It looked at the other trees and envied their height and strength. But the young tree did not realize that these trees had deep roots, nourished by the earth and watered by the rain. As time passed, the young tree focused on growing its roots deep and firm. Eventually, it grew tall and strong, just like the trees it once envied." Akram paused and looked at Karim. "The first lesson is to build a strong foundation. Before you aim for money or fame, ensure your values, skills, and knowledge are deeply rooted." Karim nodded, absorbing the lesson. Akram continued, "The second lesson is persistence. Success does not come overnight. A river cuts through rock not because of its power, but because of its persistence." He then told Karim the tale of the river that patiently shaped the mountains over centuries. Lastly, Akram said, "Success is not just for yourself. True success involves uplifting others and making a positive impact on those around you." He shared the story of a wise king who ruled justly and cared deeply for his people, leading his kingdom to prosperity. Karim sat in silence, reflecting on the stories and wisdom imparted by Akram. He realized that success was not merely about external achievements, but about internal growth, persistence, and benevolence. Thanking the sage, Karim left the mountain with a heart full of determination and a mind rich with newfound wisdom. As he descended, he knew that his journey towards true success had just begun.
Rich Dad Poor Dad is a personal finance book written by Robert T. Kiyosaki. The book advocates the importance of financial literacy, financial independence, and building wealth through investing in assets, real estate, starting and owning businesses, and increasing one's financial intelligence. Kiyosaki contrasts the two main influences in his life: his biological father, referred to as Poor Dad, who was highly educated but financially struggling, and the father of his best friend, referred to as Rich Dad, who was less formally educated but financially successful. Key lessons include the importance of having your money work for you, rather than you working for your money. Financial education and intelligence are crucial for wealth building. It's important to invest in assets that generate income. Understanding the difference between assets and liabilities, and how to use this knowledge to your benefit. The traditional path of working hard, saving money, and investing in a diversified portfolio of stocks and bonds may not be the best approach for everyone. The book also tackles the mindset and psychological aspects of wealth building, emphasizing the need to overcome the fear of losing money and the desire for immediate gratification. The Pomodoro technique is a time management method developed by Francesco Cirillo in the late 1980s. It's designed to improve work and study productivity by encouraging short bursts of focused activity followed by deliberate breaks. Derived from the Italian word for tomato, a nod to the tomato-shaped kitchen timer Cirillo used as a university student, the technique has gained widespread popularity for its simplicity and effectiveness. In essence, the Pomodoro technique consists of the following steps. First, decide on the task you need to complete. Set a timer for 25 minutes, which is referred to as 1 Pomodoro. During this time, focus entirely on the task at hand, avoiding any interruptions or distractions. When the timer goes off, you've completed 1 Pomodoro. Take a short break of 5 minutes to rest and recharge. Use this time to step away from your work, stretch, or do something relaxing. After 4 Pomodoros, take a longer break, typically 15 to 30 minutes, to rest more deeply and rejuvenate. This cycle helps manage mental fatigue and maintain high levels of focus and productivity. One of the fundamental principles of the Pomodoro technique is to prioritize and protect periods of focused work. By working in time-bound sessions, individuals train their minds to concentrate on a single task, which can be particularly beneficial in an age where multitasking is often the norm. The technique also encourages regular evaluations of productivity. At the end of each work session, individuals can reflect on their progress and make necessary adjustments to improve efficiency. This incremental approach to productivity helps reduce procrastination and increase motivation, as tasks are broken down into manageable intervals. The Pomodoro technique is versatile and can be adapted to various work and study contexts. For example, it can be tailor-fitted for students preparing for exams, professionals managing projects, or even creative writers overcoming writer's block. By structuring time into focused intervals, the technique fosters a disciplined approach to managing tasks and deadlines. Additionally, the Pomodoro technique supports mental well-being by incorporating regular breaks. These breaks are vital for preventing burnout and maintaining a balanced work-life dynamic. By granting oneself permission to rest, individuals can sustain long-term productivity and enhance their overall quality of work. In conclusion, the Pomodoro technique offers a practical framework for boosting productivity through structured time management. Its effectiveness lies in its simplicity and adaptability, making it an invaluable tool for anyone looking to optimize their work or study habits.
Lucas stood in the musty attic, surrounded by relics of a bygone era. His fingers traced the outline of an old pocket watch, its brass surface cold and smooth. He had always been fascinated by his grandfather's stories of adventure and mystery, tales that seemed too fantastical to be true. Today, however, Lucas was about to discover that reality could be stranger than fiction. As he wound the pocket watch, a strange humming sound filled the air. The room began to blur and shift, colors blending and morphing until Lucas found himself standing in the middle of a cobblestone street. The air was thick with the scent of freshly baked bread, and the chatter of townsfolk dressed in attire from centuries past. Stunned, Lucas looked around, realizing he had been transported to another time. The bustling market, horse-drawn carriages, and the towering spires of a medieval castle left him awestruck. He rubbed his eyes, half expecting to wake from a dream, but everything remained vivid and real. An elderly woman with kind eyes approached him, her gaze warm and knowing. "You must be lost, young man," she said, her voice comforting. Lucas nodded, still at a loss for words. "This watch," he began, holding out the pocket watch, "I think it brought me here." The woman smiled gently. "That watch has seen many journeys and carried many travelers. It holds the power to traverse time, but be wary of its pull, for time is a fragile weave, easily unraveled." Lucas felt a shiver run down his spine. "How do I get back?" he asked. The woman's expression turned serious. "Follow your instincts and trust in the watch. It will guide you, but the path home is not always straightforward." Determined to return, Lucas set off on a quest to find his way back to the present. Along the way, he encountered knights and peasants, scholars and rogues, each adding a piece to the puzzle of time. He discovered ancient scrolls, hidden passages, and long-forgotten secrets, all while the watch ticked steadily. As days turned into weeks, Lucas felt the weight of history and the responsibility of wielding such a powerful artifact. He learned that every action had consequences, and that the past was a delicate tapestry woven with countless threads. One fateful evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Lucas felt a familiar humming emanate from the watch. Closing his eyes, he concentrated, willing himself back. The world around him dissolved into a whirl of colors and sounds until, with a jolt, he was back in the attic. The watch lay silent in his hand, its journey complete. Breathing a sigh of relief, Lucas knew that his life would never be the same. He had touched the fabric of time and felt its mysteries. And though he had returned, the adventure had only just begun. In a bustling city where dreams were vast and opportunities seemed scarce, lived a young woman named Amina. She worked tirelessly in a small bookshop, nestled between towering skyscrapers, that whispered stories of adventures and wisdom from every corner of the world. Amina's parents had always emphasized the importance of education and perseverance, instilling in her a belief that hard work could open doors to unimaginable possibilities. Despite the long hours and modest wage, Amina nurtured an insatiable thirst for knowledge. She would diligently read every book that found its way into the dusty shelves of the shop, from ancient philosophy to modern science fiction. Her mind became a treasure trove of facts and ideas, a beacon of creativity and wisdom. One evening, as she was closing the shop, she stumbled upon a flyer announcing a nationwide competition for young writers. The grand prize was a full scholarship to a prestigious university. Amina's heart raced with excitement. She knew this could be her chance to turn her dreams into reality. That night, she sat by the flickering lamp in her modest apartment and poured her soul into a story that captured her imagination. A tale of courage, love, and the relentless pursuit of dreams. Weeks passed and Amina continued with her routine, each day filled with anticipation. She had almost forgotten about the competition when a letter arrived at the bookshop. With trembling hands, she opened the envelope to find that she had not only won the competition, but had also received recognition for her exceptional talent. Amina's journey didn't end there. The scholarship allowed her to pursue a degree in literature, where she excelled and gained accolades for her brilliant writing. She went on to publish her works, inspiring countless others with her stories of perseverance and triumph. Years later, as a successful author, Amina often returned to the humble bookshop, now thriving under new management. She would tell the tale of her journey to anyone who would listen. reminding them that success is not a destination but a journey paved with determination, hard work, and an unyielding belief in oneself. And so, the story of Amina became a beacon for those who dared to dream, a testament to the power of persistence and the endless possibilities that await those who strive with all their heart.
In a bustling middle school, there was a student named Liam who had a reputation for being tough. Liam would often pick on other students, especially a quiet boy named Ethan. Every day, Liam would find new ways to make Ethan's life miserable, mocking his interests, tripping him in the hallways, and spreading rumors. Ethan, although hurt and frustrated, never fought back. Instead, he stayed quiet and hoped someone would notice and help. One day, the school announced a major group project. Unfortunately for Liam, he was assigned to work with Ethan. Their task was to create a presentation on empathy. At first, Liam was annoyed and reluctant, making excuses to avoid working on the project. But the deadline was approaching fast, and he realized he had no choice but to collaborate with Ethan. As they started working together, Ethan's genuine passion for the topic of empathy began to shine through. He suggested ideas, brought research, and his quiet determination impressed Liam. Despite his initial resistance, Liam found himself listening more and more to Ethan. During their discussions, Ethan shared personal stories about what it felt like to be on the receiving end of unkindness. Liam sat in silence, absorbing Ethan's words, a knot forming in his stomach. He had never truly considered the impact of his actions. As they rehearsed their final presentation, they had to present their findings and personal experiences. Ethan, with a trembling voice, shared his own story of being bullied, though he didn't directly name Liam. The room was silent, and Liam felt a pang of shame and guilt. After the presentation, their teacher commended them, particularly highlighting Ethan's courage and vulnerability. During the applause, Liam looked around and realized the truth in Ethan's words. The next day, during lunch, Liam found Ethan sitting alone. Taking a deep breath, he approached him. Ethan looked up, surprised and cautious. Liam sat down and after a moment of hesitation, spoke softly, "Ethan, I'm sorry for everything. I didn't understand how much I was hurting you." Ethan was silent for a while, then nodded, "It means a lot to hear you say that." By choosing to apologize, Liam took the first step toward making amends. From that day on, Liam made a conscious effort to be kinder, not just to Ethan, but to everyone. Slowly, he began to shed his tough reputation, realizing that true strength came from understanding and kindness. The two boys, once at odds, started to form an unlikely friendship, showing everyone that change is possible and that empathy can bridge even the deepest divides.
Ahmed was a university student facing a myriad of challenges. Away from home, he struggled to cope with his studies, working part-time jobs to support himself. The weight of responsibilities bore heavily on his shoulders, and despite his best efforts, his grades began to slip. Each setback felt like a nail in the coffin of his aspirations. Ahmed's financial troubles compounded the stress, making him question the worth of his efforts. He often spent sleepless nights worrying about impending deadlines and looming exams. It was during one of these sleepless nights that he stumbled upon an online forum for students. There he found stories of others who had faced similar struggles and managed to overcome them. Encouraged by these narratives, Ahmed decided to seek help and support. He reached out to his professors explaining his situation. To his surprise, they were more than willing to offer guidance and extensions when needed. He also joined a study group with fellow students, finding solace in the shared pursuit of knowledge. With newfound determination, Ahmed reorganized his schedule, prioritizing his studies while maintaining his part-time job. Months turned into years and Ahmed graduated with honors. His journey was far from easy, but it was the resilience and support from his community that saw him through. He went on to secure a job in his field, using his experience to mentor other struggling students. Ahmed's story became a beacon of hope for many, proving that with perseverance and support, despair could indeed turn into triumph.
In a small town nestled between rolling hills and a lazy river, there lived a man named Jack. Jack was a carpenter by trade and an artist at heart. Known for his craftsmanship and a keen eye for detail, he could turn any piece of wood into a masterpiece. Despite his talents, Jack lived a modest life, always keeping to himself and avoiding the limelight. One day, the town faced an unprecedented challenge. The old wooden bridge that connected the town to the other side of the river had collapsed during a violent storm. This bridge was the lifeline for the entire community, used by farmers heading to markets, children going to school, and everyone visiting family or friends. The town was in disarray, and the mayor called an emergency meeting to discuss the way forward. Engineers and construction workers were consulted, but rebuilding the bridge would be expensive and time-consuming. Jack attended the meeting, and for the first time, he felt an urge to step out of his comfort zone. He stood up and offered to rebuild the bridge himself, promising to complete it in half the time quoted by the engineers and at a fraction of the cost. The town was skeptical but desperate, and the mayor reluctantly agreed. Jack worked tirelessly day and night. He designed a bridge that was not only strong but also beautiful, blending seamlessly with the natural surroundings. His dedication inspired the townspeople, and soon, they joined in to help. Farmers brought materials. Children and elders carried tools and offered support. The whole town rallied behind Jack, and the bridge construction became a community project. After weeks of hard work, the new bridge stood tall and sturdy. It was more than just a bridge. It was a symbol of unity, resilience, and the incredible things people can achieve when they come together. The town held a grand celebration, and Jack was the guest of honor. For the first time, he wasn't just the quiet carpenter. He was a hero who had brought his community closer together. The story of Jack and the bridge spread far and wide, and soon he was receiving requests from neighboring towns and cities to build bridges and other structures. He mentored young carpenters and shared his knowledge, always emphasizing the importance of community and collaboration. Jack's life changed dramatically, but he remained humble, grateful for the chance to use his talents to make a lasting impact. In the end, Jack's success wasn't measured by wealth or fame, but by the bridges he built, not just across rivers, but between people, proving that true success lies in the connections we make and the communities we create. In a small town nestled among rolling hills, lived a determined young man named Daniel. From an early age, Daniel exhibited a natural curiosity and an insatiable hunger for knowledge. Despite the town's limited resources, he spent countless hours in the tiny library, devouring every book he could find. His dreams stretched far beyond the horizon of the village, yet his circumstances seemed an impossible barrier. Daniel was raised by a single mother who worked tirelessly to make ends meet. They lived in a modest house that barely protected them from the cold winters. Despite these challenges, his mother always encouraged him to pursue his dreams and instilled in him a belief that hard work and perseverance could overcome any obstacle. As Daniel grew older, his passion for science blossomed. He constructed rudimentary experiments in his backyard, often using everyday household items. His enthusiasm caught the attention of a high school teacher, Mrs. Thompson, who became his mentor. She encouraged him to apply for a scholarship at a prestigious university. With Mrs. Thompson's help, Daniel crafted a compelling application, detailing his experiments and his desire to innovate. His efforts paid off when he was awarded a full scholarship to study engineering. University life was a whirlwind of challenges and discoveries. Daniel juggled part-time jobs to support himself, often studying late into the night. His dedication did not go unnoticed. He earned high marks and was soon involved in cutting-edge research projects. His innovative designs caught the eye of a visiting professor from a leading tech company. By the time Daniel graduated, He had multiple job offers. He chose to join a startup where he could have the creative freedom to develop new technologies. Daniel's journey was far from over. There were nights filled with failure and doubts, but he never forgot his mother's words. His breakthrough came when he developed a revolutionary piece of technology that improved energy efficiency in homes. The device garnered national attention, earning him accolades and financial success. Despite his achievements, Daniel remained grounded. He invested part of his earnings into education programs for underprivileged children in his hometown, ensuring they had access to the resources he once lacked. Daniel's story is a testament to the power of resilience and the impact one determined individual can have on the world. His journey from a small-town boy with big dreams to a successful innovator continues to inspire many, proving that with hard work, dedication, and a bit of guidance, anything is possible. In the bustling city of Metropolis, there lived a man named Edward Hargrove. Edward had always been an ambitious individual, known for his relentless drive and unyielding determination. From a young age, he was fascinated by the world of business, always envisioning himself as a successful entrepreneur. Edward grew up in a modest household with his parents and two siblings. His father, a blue-collar worker, and his mother, a schoolteacher, always emphasized the importance of education and hard work. Edward took these lessons to heart and excelled in his studies. He was the valedictorian of his high school class and earned a scholarship to a prestigious university. At university, Edward majored in business administration. He was an exemplary student, often staying up late to study and complete assignments. However, he was not just a bookworm. He actively participated in various extracurricular activities, including the business club and student government. It was during these years that Edward honed his leadership skills and built a network of like-minded individuals. After graduation, Edward secured a position at a renowned financial firm in Metropolis. His colleagues quickly noticed his exceptional work ethic and innovative ideas. He climbed the corporate ladder at an impressive pace, earning promotions and accolades for his contributions. Despite his success, Edward never lost sight of his ultimate goal, to start his own business. In his late 20s, Edward took a leap of faith and founded his own tech startup. The initial years were challenging. There were times when money was tight and the future seemed uncertain. However, Edward's perseverance paid off. He assembled a talented team, secured funding from investors, and launched a groundbreaking product that disrupted the market. The company's success skyrocketed, and Edward soon became a prominent figure in the tech industry. Edward's journey to success was not without its share of pitfalls. He faced numerous obstacles, from financial setbacks to intense competition. However, he believed in the power of resilience and adaptability. He often quoted his father's words, "Success is not determined by how many times you fall, but by how many times you get back up." By his early 40s, Edward was not only a successful entrepreneur, but also a philanthropist. He established a foundation to support underprivileged youth, providing them with scholarships and mentorship programs. Edward's story inspired countless individuals who, like him, dreamed of making a mark in the world. The story of Edward Hargrove is a testament to the power of ambition, hard work, and resilience. It serves as a reminder that success is not overnight. It requires dedication, perseverance, and an unwavering belief in oneself.
In the quiet neighborhoods of Alexandria, a young boy named Ahmed Zuhail would gaze at the stars, dreaming of the mysteries held within the universe. Born in 1946, Ahmed's curiosity was boundless, a trait encouraged by his supportive family. His mother, a schoolteacher, instilled in him a love for learning, while his father, a bicycle shop owner, demonstrated the value of hard work and perseverance. As Ahmed grew, so did his ambition. He excelled in his studies, showing a particular affinity for chemistry. This passion led him to seek higher education in the United States, a decision that would change the course of his life. At the University of Pennsylvania, Ahmed delved into the world of femtochemistry, a field that studies chemical reactions on extremely short timescales. His groundbreaking work in this area earned him the nickname Father of Femtochemistry. In 1999, his contributions were recognized globally when he was awarded the Nobel Prize in Chemistry. Despite his success, Ahmed remained humble and committed to education and research. He established scholarships and research centers to nurture future generations of scientists in Egypt and around the world. His legacy serves as a beacon of inspiration, reminding us that with curiosity, dedication, and hard work, even the stars are within our reach.